in true judgment.
So sisters, we trying to come out here and tell us, the people, why we on the bottom of society. We're trying to tell the people that voting is not the answer. Keeping God's laws is the way. And we have destroyed ourselves. Read it again.
The book of the Song of Three Holy Children, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Wherefore, all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us.
What has he done to us?
Nothing.
Drugs in the community. God, that's from the Most High. What else has he done to us? Prostitution in our community. Baby mamas and baby daddies. No family structure. No education.
Right, hear my deal? Hear what
God did that to us. It was judgment.
It's judgment, my deal.
Jojo killing Pokey on the block. That was judgment.
For nothing.
Read.
For nothing.
Everything that thou hast done to us,
For
thou hast done in true judgment.
God has done it what?
True judgment.
God is judging his people for our sin. Read on.
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
So that's why the so-called white man is ruling over us. They are lawless enemies. That's what God said. We didn't say it. God said what?
And thou deliverest us into the hands of lawless enemies.
Give me the ships. How were we delivered to the lawless enemies? How were we delivered to the lawless enemies? By being cargo slave ships packed down there like rats. God delivered us. That was an act of God, man. If you didn't know that, us going into slavery, that was an act of God. Because why didn't the Chinese go into slavery, chattel slavery, like us? There's a whole lot of them, man. Why did it happen to them? Why did the white man know to go come get us and not go get the Japanese? It's an act of God. Read.
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. Most hateful, forsakers of God.
This is, I don't know about you, sis. Hey, we keep it real, right? We keep it real out here. Give me that.
Say that again.
The most what?
Say that again.
Hateful,
Hold it up.
forsakers of God.
This is hateful.
They hating us.
Hateful forsakers of God. Look at what he's doing.
What? Because there's white men.
God's children.
Because there's
We're
white
the children of the Most High. We're the honor of his eye. The so-called black in his face.
We are the children of the Most High.
And this is hate right here.
Listen to the preacher, man.
Selling your kids.
Selling your kids.
In slavery.
It's slavery.
That's hateful.
It's hateful.
God said what?
God said what?
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. Most hateful, forsakers of God.
Most hateful forsakers of God. Because here in America they say what? In God we trust. You flip the back of your dollar and says, in God we trust. But America don't trust in God. What are they doing to prove that they trust in God and that they believe in God? When they put drugs in our communities. When they put abortion clinics in our communities. When they're destroying the family structure. So that's what we come out here to tell you, hey, November the 3rd, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. You're not going to vote your way out of oppression. Give me Jeremiah 17:5. Give me Jeremiah 17:5. You're not going to vote your way out of oppression. Would you plan on voting, sister? What's your name? What's your name?
Star.
Ellie? Okay, that's what. Mr. Willis, I got you. What's your name, man?
Star.
Miss Star. All right, I'm Messiah. Were you planning on voting on November the 3rd? You wasn't? Okay, I'll praise you the Most High. I'll praise. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man.
See that? Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Our people trust in Biden to try to bring some change. Our people trust in even Trump to try to bring some change for us.
What did he say?
But God said what?
Cursed be the man that trusted in man.
Because they don't know that in God, in Christ, that's our help.
That's right.
We've been voted ever since they lifted up, you know what I'm saying, ever since we got out of slavery. What has really changed in our community, Star?
I'm listening to him.
Nothing has changed in our community. We've been marching since the 60s. What has changed for us? Nothing. We're still on the bottom of society. You still got another nation that you got to go to and want of all things. God said that that's a curse.
Somebody's house on fire. Come on, man.
That's a curse.
I see that in the fire department.
So we gotta trust in who?
House on fire.
Christ. Give me Sirach 10 and 4.
So I need help right now.
Alright, and I'm gonna show you what these signs is. Look at these signs, sis. Start coming a little closer.
Come
Right
here,
quick.
look at these signs, Auntie.
He alright, Mr. Wood alright, he ain't about
I'm
it.
cool, I'm good.
He good.
Read the signs.
Alright, so we come out here to teach the 12 tribes.
Look what they got down
And the 12 tribes today. Hold on, Mr. Woods, hold on. Yeah, hold on 1 second, brother. Hey, right over here, Miss Star. The 12 tribes of Israel today, according to the Bible, would be the so-called blacks, the Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans, right? Where do you fall at on this sign?
That's the question, my nigga. That's the question, my nigga. That's the question. He gave you a question. That's the question, my nigga. That's the question.
Where do you fall at on this sign? Are you a so-called American black? Are you from the islands? Are you Cuban even? You know?
Cuban right there, Auntie. Cuban right. Where you at?
You're not American black?
Where you at?
Where you from?
Where you from, my nigga?
Is that where you from? Where you from?
Where you from, my nigga? That's the question, baby. That's the question. That's the black right here, black. CBLCK.
You be a so-called black woman, right? Alright, so according to the Bible, you're from the tribe of Judah.
Right, Judah right here.
Because guess what? Your tights, your leggings are black.
The black is the black.
So how are you black?
How you black? That's right.
My boots are black, Miss Star. So why they call us black?
Get out.
It's to cause confusion.
We're African
Because
American.
black means what? No, we're not African American either. How are you from two different continents?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? How you from Africa and you from America?
Right now.
Right? And those are the name of two white men.
You can't be two.
You come from two white men?
You can't, hell no.
Do you come from two white men?
Hell no.
Right, so how can we be African and American? Those are the names of white men.
Right.
So we gotta find out in these last days who we are.
Who we really
and
are.
how to get out of oppression.
Get out of prison. Who
Right?
we really are.
What I tell you?
Who we really are.
So this is who we gotta do. We gotta trust in him, right? We gotta believe in the Most High that he's gonna send his son to rule over us. Not Biden, right? Not Joe, right? Not Trump.
Not Trump at all.
Not Donald.
Not Donald.
Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 4.
Bring it out. Bring it
The
out.
power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
See that the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Miss Star. Read.
And in due time,
And in due time, if you have faith, if you be patient, read.
he will set over it one that is profitable.
One that is profitable, which is who? The black Messiah, Jesus the Christ.
That's right.
Read.
In the hand of God is the prosperity of man.
Right, in the hand. That's it on verse 4. That's it. So, in due time, meaning we gotta be patient. We can't go our way out of this thing. He said in due time, he's gonna set up who? Christ, because he's gonna profit us. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. Let me show you some of the blessings. What's gonna happen when Christ cracked that sky?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
You know that ain't God, right?
That ain't God.
You know that ain't Jesus, right?
Jesus right here. Jesus right here. He right here.
Alright, we gotta clear that up right now. You know, interested in the literature. We gotta clear that up.
He right
That ain't
here.
Jesus.
He right here.
That ain't
right here.
God.
He not right here. Nah, that's fucking phony and false.
Mr. Woods.
He right here.
Right, he is right there. Mr. Woods.
Let's face it, phony right
Mr.
here.
Woods, come on over here, Mr.
I'm
Woods.
listening, baby.
Alright.
Mother all right.
Alright, so let's listen to some of the what's gonna profit us, Miss Star, once Christ come back. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass in due time.
In due time.
That's what we just read. In due time, this is gonna happen. Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently
If we come back to the Most High and listen, Miss Star, read.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
Are we on high right now?
On high. Yes,
We're not. But in due time, he said he's going to set us on high. Read.
Above all nations.
Equal to.
Above all nations.
He said he's going to set us above all nations.
That's right.
Meaning you're going to be ruling over your oppressors.
That's
right. Read.
Of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee.
Read.
If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord
Well, we
thy
got to
God.
come back, Miss Star. Miss Star, we got to come back and keep God's laws. We got to come back and keep the commandments of God. That's the factor. That's the X factor in us getting out of slavery.
Right.
That's the X factor in us getting out of the hood. In us having to wake up
Wake up.
and break our backs for 12 hours,
Wake up, auntie.
15 hours, 16 hours a day,
Wake up, auntie.
8 hours a day.
It's two.
You shouldn't be working 8 hours a day.
8 hours a day.
Why? Because you're a princess on this earth.
Princess.
You're royalty.
Royalty.
Give me that 2 Peter 2:9.
Read to me.
We should not be on the bottom of society, but because we broke God's laws,
Broke his law.
we gotta trust in oppression, thinking that voters gonna help us. But all we gotta do is do what? Come back, like you said, come back to keep the commandments.
That's right.
Really?
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. For ye are a chosen generation.
Miss Storm, we're a chosen generation. You know that scripture, huh? They say that in your church. You know that.
A royal priesthood.
Miss Storm, you're royalty. If nobody's ever told you, hey, guess what? You're royalty, Miss Storm.
That's right.
An holy nation.
We're what?
A holy nation.
We're a separate nation. That's what holy means, to be separate. Read.
A peculiar people. That ye should show forth the praises of him.
We gotta show forth the praises of him, though. Read.
Who have called you out of darkness.
Called you out of America, called you out of politics, called you out of the gangs, called you out of wickedness, out of sin. Read.
Into his marvelous light.
Into his marvelous light. So in church, right, they say, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. We gotta break it down like that. But did they ever tell you what the light is?
Right.
What's the light this time? The light is, okay, let's see what the Bible says. Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
The commandment is a lamp, come on.
And the law is light.
And the law is what?
Light.
That's what our people is missing. That's the light. So when it was in church singing, this little light of mine is talking about the laws of God.
That's right.
They didn't understand that though. So we got to come out here and do what? Teach the people. Got to become as little children and teach them all over again. Read it again.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp.
The commandment is a lamp. Read.
And the law is light.
So you got to have both the laws and statutes and the commandments. Right? Because will a light work without the lamp? It won't. You got to have it all. Alright, so let me show you how we know that we are the children of Israel, okay? That you're not a black woman. You're not an African American woman. Deuteronomy 28:15, and we're going to get straight to the point. Verse 68. Alright, let's go.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Hey.
But it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded this day, that all these curses.
So Miss Star, we read in due time all these blessings. We was going to be up on high. He was going to set us up above all nations on earth. We read the blessings, but it's a flip side to that.
Right.
Read.
That all these curses,
If we don't listen to God, all these curses, read,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
all these curses was going to happen and come upon the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and overtake us. So I'm going to ask you, we read some of the blessings, and he said curses was going to happen to us, right? Go to 16 right quick. Let me read one curse. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed, if you don't keep my commandments, you was going to be in the city. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We just showed you actual pictures of us in the fields. Slavery was a curse, mama.
That's right.
The tobacco fields, the peanut field, the rice plantation, that was a curse.
That's right.
So, based off of a little bit of the blessing that you heard and one curse that you heard, what are we living in 2020 right now? We're living in the curse.
That's right.
But in due time, if we have faith, if we believe, he's going to set up one that is profitable, meaning Christ, and he's going to, flip that thing over.
Gotta happen.
So right now, if we're up under the curse, and he's talking to the children of Israel, Moses is talking to the children of Israel. You know that, right? What's going to happen? It's going to turn around. Give me Deuteronomy 28. The
book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
We was going to go into Egypt. So if you know anything about the children of Israel, when we were in Egypt, what were we doing? Slavery. So Egypt is a Greek word that means slavery, bondage, captivity. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Into what? Egypt, which means what? You just said it. Slavery, right? He was going to bring us into slavery, bondage, Egypt again with what?
Again with ships.
Again with what?
With ships.
How did we get here? And all over the world. How did we get here? We just showed you that sign too. That was a curse. We just showed you that sign as well. God said, hey, if you don't keep my commandments, you're going to go into slavery with ships. Not only here to America, you're going to go back to Spain. That's where some of the first ships went. You're going to go back to Europe. You're going to go to the islands. You're going to go all over the world with ships. Did you know that was in the Bible? So who is that telling us that we are today? The children of Israel. That's who we are.
That's right.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
We ain't gonna see our homeland, Miss Star. Have you seen your homeland anymore? And say they want to drop us back off in Africa, right? They say go back to Africa. Where?
Right.
Where? Where are we gonna go?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Where are we gonna go? We don't know who we are. We lost our identity. We lost everything. Our culture, our heritage, our educational system, how we used to dress, what we ate. We on a whole other side of the world.
Right.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
What was going to happen to the Israelites?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Let's start. Who was sold? We were sold. So it's telling you that we are who? The children of who? Children of Israel.
That's right.
That's the message, Miss Star. That's what we come out here to teach. That you so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, you are the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
You must keep God's laws. It's time for you to return back to Him and keep God's laws.
He used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.